welcome you inside Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School tonight. Video Productions presents exciting girls high school basketball. It's the Patriots of George Washington, 8-5 against the Beckley Flying Eagles. They're 7-4. Hello again, everybody. With me tonight is Maddie Belcher. Eric not with us tonight, Maddie, so it's just you and I, and we think we're going to be in for a great game here tonight. George Washington, they started the season, Maddie, 1-5. Since then, they've won 7 in a row. They're 8-5 as they come into the game. For Beckley, 7-4. They've been kind of up and down, and Beckley's coming off a 30-point loss Saturday night to St. Albans. So Beckley trying to right the ship tonight at home here against George Washington.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a good game tonight between two very, talented teams. Like you said, Beckley's coming off a 30-point loss from their last game against St. Albans. I think that game's just going to, hopefully they're going to use as motivation towards this game. And also, like you said, George Washington coming off a 7-game winning streak. Maybe Beckley will use that as a little motivation to kind of, a little chip on their shoulder.
For those who don't know, Beckley's leading scorer and senior leader, Josie Cross, is out for the season. We were expecting to have Josie on here in the pregame show and do an interview, but we had a little technical difficulties, and the game got pushed back to 7:10. The game was originally scheduled to tip at 7:30, Maddie, to begin with, and they come and ask us, is it okay to move it from 7 o'clock to 7:10? And we said, absolutely.
Absolutely, it is.
Yes, and we got to give a nice shout-out to our producer and director, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, as I never seen Nick work that fast. Looked like that he was running some kind of fly drill as he got us hooked up so fast.
Yeah, he definitely did a great job.
As always. Well, as we take a look at Beckley, like I said, Abby, having Josie out of the lineup, Josie Cross at 18 points a game, Beckley still has 3 girls in double figures. They're led by Zoe Williams at 15 a game. Then you look at Abby Dillon. Her scoring's come up at 14 a game. And then you have another fine player, Donya Burton, at 10. And Alana Ellis right there on the verge of double figures with 9 a game.
Yeah, I think definitely Beckley is missing, a player and a leader like Josie Cross, and that can be have a hard effect. But like we always say in other games, it gives other players a chance to really step up and prove that they can handle business. And like you said, Alana Ellis, she's a little younger, but she's doing great. Really stepping up, and other players like Zoe Williams. I mean, I'm pretty sure.
Go ahead.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Zoe's just a freshman.
Right, that is correct.
And she's already made great.
Well, she's the team's leading scorer.
Exactly.
Without Josie Cross in the lineup at 15 a game.
Yeah, I think other players, it gives them a chance to really step up and prove that they can bring something to the team.
On the flip side, you look at George Washington. They have a player. If you haven't heard of this young lady, just a sophomore, Jeremiah Pryor. Jeremiah Pryor, a 5'6" sophomore for George Washington, averaging 25 a game. And if you can average 25 a game, you can really fill it up. That'll be a key for Beckley tonight, trying to stop Pryor. Also, you take a look at George Washington, Ray Breckenridge, another 5'6" sophomore at 18 a game, and then Isaiah Smith, a 6-foot senior at 15 a game. So George Washington has some firepower, Maddie, in their lineup as well.
Yeah, you're totally right. And I think, like you said, those 2 players are going to be a lot of Beckley's focus on the defensive end. If they can stop them, stop the ball, I think this will be a good game.
All right, both teams going through their warm-ups. We're going to take a break. We'll come back and we'll get you ready for the opening tip between 8-5 George Washington, 7-4 Beckley, coming up next here on Video Productions.
Folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Hey, Wes, why'd we settle on skydiving?
Well, it's fall, and we're falling. I thought we could do a commercial about falling prices. Get it?
I guess. Where's your chute?
I knew I forgot something. Later.
During Truck Month, get invoice pricing on all 1,500 Sierras and Yukons, or ask about discounts up to $9,000 with no payments till next year.
Hey, I can see my house.
GMC, we are professional grade.
Life doesn't wait, so neither should your care. Whether it's a cough, fever, or stomach bug, Access Plus is here for those urgent moments.
from bumps and bruises to stitches and even x-rays. We've got you covered with extended hours and walk-in care for the whole family.
You do not have to be an Access Health patient to be seen. No appointments, no hassle, just quality care when you need it.
Access Health, where care meets community.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by West Virginia Orthopedic Trauma and Dr. John Tabbitt. Whether you're in a car accident or you have a sports-related injury, Dr. Tabbitt will get you right back on your feet, and they're located on Woodcrest Drive in Beckley. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. You never know when you need a plumber till you need a plumber, and the number to call is 304-253-HELP for Modley's. With Maddie Belcher, I'm Maris Lowry, getting you ready for the opening tip here between George Washington and Beckley. George Washington 8-5, winners of 7 in a row. Beckley 7-4, coming off a 30-point loss Saturday night, Maddie, to St. Albans, and we'll see how Beckley will be able to respond coming off that 30-point road loss on Saturday.
Yeah, I think, usually Sundays are off days, but I think Monday and yesterday, they had practice, so I think that gave them an opportunity to, kind of pinpoint what they need to work on, what they need to touch. And I think, just touching on those skills and preparing for today, I think they'll use that loss as a confidence boost and, hopefully for momentum going into this game.
This is the only game of the regular season between these two teams. They're in the same region, so this is a big game as far as the region is concerned, as far as seeding is concerned, and maybe can see who might get the upper hand. Should they end up meeting in regional play, and should perhaps they meet in state tournament play? But of course, that's on down the road, big picture for the more important time in the moment, and this is a huge game for both teams.
Yeah, you're totally right on that. It's kind of like, when Beckley and Greenbrier East played each other earlier in the season. It was a one game during the season. They only saw each other the one time, and hopefully, tonight both teams will use that, as motivation that, it's now or never, at least until regionals.
For George Washington, they have their longtime coach, such a good guy, Jamie LeMaster. In fact, he came over and talked to me, Maddie, before you got here, and he was he said when Maddie shows up, he says, I really appreciate listening to Maddie. He says, you got to get Maddie your own headset, because he was listening to one of the games where we were sharing headsets, and I told you, and this is true, Maddie, I fought lions, tigers, and bears to get you this extra headset so you could be on with us here tonight.
You did, and I appreciate that.
Yes. By the way, I got to tell a story, and I'm going to tell a story, and it's talking about your mom, so I hope she's listening. And if she is listening, of course, it's a good story. But I remember when I started with Video Productions 4 years ago, and I looked at the Beckley roster, which at that time you were on it, and you were a junior at that time, Maddie. And looking over, and I knew most of the last names and didn't know you as well, but kind of knew who you were, and et cetera. So anyway, I see a name down there, and actually we're going to have to play into the national anthem. And I'll finish this story on the other side of the break. We're going to take a quick break, come back, give you the starting lineups, and I'll finish this story when we return here on Video Productions.
Yes! Why'd we settle on skydiving?
Well, it's fall, and we're falling. I thought we could do a commercial about falling prices. Get it?
I guess. Where's your chute?
I knew I forgot something. Later.
During Truck Month, get invoice pricing on all 1,500 Sierras and Yukons, or ask about discounts up to $9,000 with no payments till next year.
Hey, I can see my house.
GMC, we are professional grade.
Hi, I'm Leanna Burnett with Window World of Beckley. Are you dealing with those cold winter drafts through your windows? Is it causing your energy bills to rise? If you answered yes, Window World can help. Instead of dealing with those old drafty windows another year, call Window World of Beckley today. Yes, we work all year. Our windows are Energy Star efficient and designed to resist extreme weather. Make the smart investment with our no interest for 15 months. Call Window World of Beckley today.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
It's fourth down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but Brian moves! Incredible! A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it!
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Welcome back to Beckley with Maddie Belcher. I'm Maris Lowry as we're getting you ready for George Washington 8-5, Beckley 7-4. And I will finish the story throughout the broadcast, throughout the first quarter, but let me give you the starting lineups. First of all, for George Washington, they enter the ball game on a 7-game winning streak. They're 8-5, and their longtime coach is Jamie LeMaster. They will go with Ray Breckenridge at 18 a game, Jariah Power at 25 a game, Alyssa Smith at 15 a game. They'll go with Ali Halston at 6 a game, and Madison Soabe at 5 a game. For Beckley, they will go with Alana Ellis, Zoe Williams, the team's leading scorer at 15 a game. Alana Ellis comes in at 8 a game. And we got Donya Burton at 10 a game. Abby Dillon at 14 a game, and Avalon Lynch, Maddie, who has got an opportunity to play with the injuries, has really stepped up and has done a really good job. Ball in the air, and Beckley controls the opening tip. So immediately George Washington comes out and pressures the ball. Here's Lynch to get the ball down low, and to Zoe Williams in traffic. And Zoe Williams goes up, and she'll draw the foul, and Zoe Williams will get to the line. I was screened out there, and I've still got to be able to lean back to see our monitor there. Is, like I said, now we can. The official's standing right in front of me, but we got that squared away. We got the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing, and it'll be Zoe Williams at the free throw line, and the first free throw is up and in, and Beckley, they cracked the scoreboard first. Second free throw for Zoe Williams. That's short. Battle for the rebound. It's tipped around, and George Washington comes out of there with it. Here's GW on the attack. Beckley's going to play a zone. George Washington here with it. Smith way outside. Now over to Pryor. Around the horn they go. Smith, a deep three. Back iron, no good. Long rebound comes to Breckenridge. Another shot, a three ball. It's short, but once again, George Washington hitting the glass. This is their third opportunity on this possession. And they get the ball down low, and it's stolen away. Good job by Lynch. And here's Abby Dillon on the attack. Alana Ellis, short shot right of the lane's too strong. And the ball is tipped back out, and it's out of bounds over to George Washington.
Yeah, like you were saying, I mean, at the beginning of the game, Avalon Lynch, she's really stepped up in the absence of, senior Josie Cross. I think she's just a really scrappy player, and I think, like you just saw, she puts herself on the line to get a steal to go get the ball.
Also tonight, Maya Wooten is not available for Beckley as well. So Beckley's bench a little shorter tonight against this talented George Washington team. And there's a three ball by Breckenridge. Breckenridge averages 18 a game, and she was able to spot up and drain the trifecta, and GW has the lead. Pass down low to Lana Ellis with a nice finish. Nice pass, Maddie, that time by Burton to find Alana Ellis for the easy layup.
Yeah, that was a great look and a great finish.
Here's Pryor with it. Beckley back in that zone. Breckenridge. There's a three ball. That three is going to be over the backboard and no good. And that three that time was put up by Sosabe. And that'll go over to Beckley. GW will apply full court pressure. And here's the area, Maddie, where Beckley's got to get better at. Teams that were successful against them, like Greenbrier, like Wayne, able to put full court pressure on Beckley and get them to turn it over, as they did spot on right there.
Yeah, I think Beckley really needs to work on getting stronger with the ball, getting stronger in, ball handling and passes to get the ball up the floor.
So here's George Washington with this possession with an opportunity to take their first lead of the ball game. Beckley still, like I said, back in that zone. George Washington passing around, trying to find a crease. They get the ball into the lane. Breckenridge, a little floaters up and in. And George Washington has its first lead of the night. They're going to try to trap Abby Dillon in the backcourt. Beckley able to break the pressure. Zoe Williams. Now Beckley will reset their offense. And try to run a ball screen. Zoe Williams straight away from 16. It's short. The long rebound comes out to Smith. Here's Pryor with it. Pryor, stop, pop. On its way, a little strong, and Alana Ellis will clear the rebound for Beckley. Abby Dillon shaking and baking. George Washington gets back. Now here's Lynch with it. Lynch on the drive. Finds Burton. She falls down and she travels. So Beckley now, that time, Maddie, working the ball around, not able to get a shot to turn it over.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I couldn't really see through the little gaggle of defense, but I couldn't really see what happened that made Danya fall.
Here's Smith around the horn. Trying to find an opening in that Beckley zone. They get the ball into the lane. Smith will dial it up for three, and she doesn't hit. She's very capable of doing that. I've seen her over the years knock those shots down, but that time not able to do it. But Beckley's got to be able to take care of the ball better as they get the ball down low to Alana Ellis. Good hard drive. Ellis off the glass, up and in. Nice play by Alana Ellis. Coming up on the halfway point of the first quarter. George Washington winners of 7 in a row, 8-5. Beckley 7-4. This is a regional matchup. Here's Breckenridge with it. Takes a deep three. Doesn't go, and Lynch with the rebound for Beckley. Abby Dillon spots up three. It won't go, a little short. Coming out of there with the rebound is Breckenridge. Here's Pryor with it. They get the ball into the corner. Here's a shot by Smith for three, in and out, it won't go. Battle for the loose ball. Good hustle by George Washington. They're able to get the possession. Down low to Smith, into the lane, and she lost control of the ball. She puts up a wild shot, and Alana Ellis able to clear the rebound for Beckley. Zoe Williams just inside the three-point line, in and out, heartbreak. How did that not stay down, Maddie? That ball was halfway down.
That looked like it was in.
Here's a shot on the right side. That's a three, and that's good for Austin. Knocks it down. GW regains the lead. Here's Abby Dillon with it. Zoe Williams, they cut her off. She steps back, shoots a three. It won't go. Battle for the rebound. It's out of bounds to George Washington as Beckley and GW will both dip into their bench. Shiloh Mack will check into the ball game for Beckley. Also into the game for Beckley will be Carson Gunner and George Washington. Let's see, they've got a new player in the ball game as well, and that'll be Meg Smith. So there's two Smiths on the floor for George Washington. And here's a three ball from the corner, doesn't go, and Burton clears the rebound for Beckley. Here's Abby Dillon on the drive, down the lane, puts the short shot up, it won't go, battle for the rebound. And George Washington comes out of there with it with Meg Smith with the rebound. Breckenridge on the move. Pryor dials it up for three, short, battle for the rebound, and Burton for Beckley has it. Pryor able to get the loose ball there on the turnover. Pryor attacks the basket, off the glass, up and in. So right now, Maddie, a little mini 5-0 run for George Washington, and that's the lead at 5.
Yeah, hopefully that doesn't really – I hope that doesn't set the tone for Beckley and, their defense. I hope they can kind of, up it up a notch.
Shiloh Mack for three. She left it short. Battle for the rebound. We got a whistle and a Beckley foul. As I think we'll get Zoe Williams with the foul here. Let's see. As Pritt will check into the ball game for Beckley, Zoe Williams will have a seat. GW right now on a 5-0 run. Here's Pryor with it in the front court. And look at the Beckley zone. Pryor and Breckenridge just playing keep away back and forth, trying to find a little seam in the Beckley zone to get the ball down low to Smith. Breckenridge down the lane, puts up the short shot, it won't go. Offensive rebound for George Washington. They have another possession. GW has two Smiths on the floor. There's Elisa Smith with the ball now and Meg Smith. Coming up on the final minute here of the first quarter. And Maddie, George Washington very patient. They whip the ball around. Here's a shot, strong. That shot put up by Pryor, doesn't go. Burton races to the basket. Over to short shot by Abby Dillon, and she scores. Abby Dillon able to knife her way in and able to get the bucket and cut the lead to 3. Here's a three ball from the corner. Is an air ball that is put up by Austin, and it's out of bounds. And let's see, I think it will stay with George Washington, and it will with 23.6 remaining here in the opening quarter. So Breckenridge will put it in play. And GW turns it over. Good defense by Beckley. So Maddie, we'll see if the Lady Flying Eagles will hold it for the final shot of the quarter with 22.7 left in it. Here's Abby Dillon. She throws it away. Pryor. Numbers for George Washington. Pryor. Nice bounce pass down low. Contact. Count if it goes. It doesn't go. But Abby Dillon commits the foul. And Ray Breckenridge will step up to the free throw line and shoot a pair. And that's one thing, Maddie, that we've seen in previous games. Beckley's got to do a better job of taking care of the basketball. They've turned the ball over really, I'm sure, way too much for the liking of Coach Brian Neighbors, as the first free throw by Breckenridge is good.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think if Beckley wants to, get back their lead in this game, they're really going to have to cut back on the turnovers.
Both free throws are made as Casey Mancham will check into the ball game for George Washington. Last shot time for Beckley, final 10 seconds of the quarter. And here is Abby Dillon on the drive from the left elbow. It just doesn't go. Good hustle by Burton. puts the shot up, count if it goes, and it won't, and that's the end of the first quarter. At the end of one, your score is George Washington 12, Beckley 7. We'll take a break and be right back with the second quarter here on Video Productions.
I'm Leanna Burnett with Window Rota Beckley. Are you dealing with those cold winter drafts through your windows? Is it causing your energy bills to rise? If you answered yes, Window World can help. Instead of dealing with those old drafty windows another year, call Window World Beckley today. Yes, we work all year. Our windows are Energy Star efficient and designed to resist extreme weather. Make the smart investment with our no interest for 15 months. Call Window World Beckley today.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. We won't be beat.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Allstate Insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate, and you're in good hands with Lori Richmond as your agent. You can dial up Lori at 304-252-8646. Also, the game tonight brought to you by Cracker Barrel. Love me some Cracker Barrel. Love me that pig, Maddie. And it doesn't matter whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. They always got pig. Cracker Barrel, the Old Country Store locations in Beckley and Princeton. Well, Maddie, your take of the first quarter.
Both teams, I think, are playing hard. They're playing scrappy. Some things, to notice, I think Beckley really needs to clean it up with the turnovers, getting the ball down the floor, not, throwing the ball away so much on sloppy passes. And also another thing, like on defense, George Washington, and although they've only made 2, they have attempted a lot of threes. And I think, if they start falling, Beckley's definitely going to have to, step it up on the pressure.
George Washington finished that first quarter on a 7-2 run to take this 5-point lead, and they have first possession here to start the second quarter. Once again, Beckley back in that zone, and you're right, Maddie. George Washington, they were putting up a lot of 3 balls, and here's a 3 ball there, and that one's no good, and they haven't knocked but one down as Avalon Lynch gets the rebound, and there's a foul on George Washington, and that'll go against Madison Sosabe. She'll commit the foul for GW. That'll be her first and the team's first here in the second quarter. So GW will apply the pressure. Here's where Beckley's really got to take care of the ball. And here's Abby Dillon. He's a double teamer at midcourt. And they force a turnover. And as soon as I say that, they really got to take care of the ball. Maddie, Beckley throws it away.
And that's a really hard spot to, stop to pick up the ball at half court because, the half court line works as another defender.
Right. Here's Pryor with the baseline. Runner doesn't go. Alon Ellis clears the rebound. Right. Beckley pushes it up. And here's another Beckley turnover. So Beckley's turned it over their first 2 possessions to start the second quarter. Pryor dials it up from downtown, in and out, rebound to Abby Dillon. And you're so right, Maddie. Look at all the good looks that GW's had, and they've missed these threes. Kind of like in the Wayne game, and you think they're going to make it as there's an air ball by Zoe Williams. But Avalon Lynch keeps it alive. Inside shot put up by Gunner. It doesn't go. We got a whistle. And what do we got? We got a held ball. The arrow will keep it with Beckley.
Yeah, like you were saying, it's kind of like the Wayne game when, a lot of threes were going up but not a lot were going in.
And then eventually they start going
Eventually they did.
So Beckley inbounds on the baseline with Abby Dillon. Looking for a cutter. Having a hard time getting it in and just does get it into Zoe Williams. Abby Dillon on the drive, and she turned it over once again. Great defense by George Washington. Beckley's already turned the ball over 3 times in a minute and a half here in the second quarter.
Yeah, great pressure from, like you said, George Washington. I think they're making it hard for Beckley to get shots up, and they're also putting a lot of pressure on point guard Abby Dillon. They know, she'll not only will she shoot from the 3, she'll also drive, and I think they're trying to cut that off.
So here's George Washington trying to add to their lead. The 5-point lead's the biggest lead of the game. Beckley still back in that zone. George Washington patiently, working the ball around, trying to find somebody free. And, Maddie, quite frankly, I thought we'd have a little bit more scoring than what we got now. We're 2 minutes here in to the second quarter and just 12-7. Skip past Smith will dial it up. It won't go. And the rebound to Abby Dillon. Beckley on the move. And there's Gunner. Give and go. Zoe Williams, a little strong on the putback. They had a nice play there. Give and go.
It was a good look.
Yes. Pryor all the way to the basket and lays it up and in, and she's fouled, and she'll get to the line to try to polish off a three-point play. And you can tell that Pryor averages 25 a game as we watch this acceleration right to the basket, gets the hoop and the harm, and will try to polish off a three-point play. As right now, the biggest lead of the game is right here for George Washington, as Burton will check back into the game, and Hazelwood will make her first appearance for Beckley. So we've got a football score at 14-7, and Pryor will try to polish off a three-point play. Free throw on its way is good. So it's another mini 5-0 run going back into the first quarter here for George Washington. They had a 5-0 run in the first quarter, 5-0 run here. They get the ball down to Zoe Williams, and a beautiful pass by Burton, and Williams able to finish. That was a nice play, Maddie.
That was a really good pass and a really good finish by Zoe.
Here's the ball being knocked out of bounds, and it will be a turnover, and good defensive play by Abby Dillon. Here's Beckley on the attack. Say they'll set a ball screen. They do try to get Abby Dillon around that screen. Burton with it. And the ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Beckley.
And that was just good defense on George Washington's part. I mean, you can kind of tell, where the pass was going, and it was a good decision by Smith to get in the passing lane.
Here's Abby Dillon with it on the drive. Finds Zoe Williams. They cut her off. Down low, Zoe Williams off the glass, up and in. Well-executed play, and Zoe Williams able to get back-to-back hoops. Here's Smith dialing up for three. It doesn't go. But an offensive rebound, they keep the possession alive. That's one thing, George Washington, they're not bashful about shooting the three, Maddie, but they haven't been able to make it. Here's a little floater by Breckenridge, left of the lane, and Beckley coach Brian Neighbors wants a timeout. So timeout on the floor with 4:23 left in the half. Let's see, it's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here and tell you that tonight's game is brought to you in part by Exit Elevation Realty. You can dial up Luca Richmond at 304-256-0101. You can check them out at wvexitelevation.com. Also, the game tonight brought to you by Infinity Colt Company. Infinity Colt Company is they offer no premium, no deductible health insurance with dental and vision coverage. They also offer company-paid life insurance, prescription drug coverage, and a company matching 401k plan. And also brought to you by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. They have Sweetheart Futuristic Bowling for Valentine's Day on Saturday, February the 8th. $17 a person, $32 a couple. For more information, you can call Leisure Lanes at 304-253-7328. Well, Maddie out of the timeout. Beckley will have it. It's a 6-point advantage for George Washington. And Maddie, I'm looking here at George Washington at their scores. In their 7-game winning streak, they've held opponents to 60 or less in 5 of their 7 straight wins as Beckley turns it over again. And you hate that out of the timeout. Here's the finish, which is good by Sosabe. She's able to finish, and the biggest lead of the game is right here for George Washington. Another Beckley turnover.
Yeah, that's kind of hard to see because I guarantee, Coach Brian Neighbors called that timeout to address the turnovers. And it's just hard to see, as soon as a timeout happens, you have more.
Hostin put up the 3. It doesn't go. But on the rebound, we have a Beckley foul. And that'll be the second team foul on Beckley. My Sider will check into the ball game. Hazelwood will have a seat. George Washington Breckenridge will put it in play on the baseline. So right now, Maddie is down low. There's a shot by Pryor. It won't go, and Burton gets a rebound. But I'm going to say, Maddie, right now, everybody that's dressed for Beckley has played already in this first half. As Burton thought maybe she would keep going. They throw the ball back out to Abby Dillon for the 3. It doesn't go. Pryor with the rebound. Numbers. Here's Pryor on the move. Takes it right down the lane. Little floaters up and in. a mini 6-0 GW run to take their biggest lead of the game right here. But Beckley's got to do a better job of taking care of the ball. There is a timeout or a foul. No, we have a foul. Breckenridge, she bumps Abby Dillon on that far sideline as Meg Smith will check back into the game for George Washington. So on the foul, that's 2 team fouls each, Maddie, and it'll be side out for Beckley. Biggest lead of the game right here at 10. Here's Burton with it. Burton on the drive, tacks the basket, doesn't go. Zoe Williams with the putback. Nice offensive play there by Zoe Williams on the rebound in the stick back. They find Breckenridge. Tacks the basket, puts it up, it doesn't go. But they'll call a foul on Beckley's Alana Ellis. And Breckenridge will get to the free throw line to shoot a pair for the Lady Patriots. We watch the replay here, Maddie. So Breckenridge entered the game averaging 18 a game, and she'll shoot a pair. First free throw's on its way, and that is no good.
That was a good, that was a good take. And like you said earlier when we were talking about her, she just seems like a very polished player.
Yes. Second free throw is no good. And you know, Maddie, when you're averaging 18, how you average 20? You make your free throws.
That's right.
But you got to, there's Burton on a steal. Burton will lay it in with the left hand. So Beckley able to get back-to-back hoops, cut the lead to single digits to 6. Breckenridge open for 3, on its way, and good. She rattles in a 3 ball. And here's Burton with it. Behind the back dribble, step back 3. That's not even close. Alana Ellis picks it out of the air, puts it up, and it won't go, but she'll draw the foul.
That was just a good read by, Alana Ellis, because on the last possession that Beckley scored, it was her, cleaning it up. But I just think, even though she didn't make it, she was able to get a foul from it, which is, really good IQ.
First free throw by Alana Ellis is good. Yeah, because, from our angle, and I felt you probably thought the same thing, the minute that Donya Burton let it go, I knew that shot was not going in.
Yeah.
Good hustle by Abby Dillon to keep the possession as 1 of 2 free throws were made by Ellis. Coming up on the 2-minute mark of the first half. Biggest lead's been 10. It's 8 now. Here's Abby Dillon on the drive, splits the defenders, puts it up off the glass, and they're going to wave it off and call a block. We're not going to count the basket. That should have been an and one, but as we watch the replay, let's watch it here. She splits the defenders. Yeah, that should have been continuation off the glass, and these are very good veteran officials, but they say no shot. Beckley has to inbound rather than Abby Dillon with the chance for a 3-point play. Abby Dillon, 3 ball, in and out, no good. Battle for the rebound, and that's a Beckley foul. That's on Burton. That's easy play to call, and that will be the foul on Donya Burton and the 4th team foul. So each team has 4 team fouls with 1:43 left in the half. GW is led by as many as 10. They lead by 8 with possession of the ball. Pryor right into the lane. She's able to score. That's too easy. Found that soft spot in that zone, and Pryor able to catch it right, Maddie, right there in the lane, and a little floater and able to score.
Yeah, that was a good-looking shot.
So this equals the largest lead of the game, and Beckley throws it away, which I've said that how many times in this first half? A bunch. Burton steals it back. Donya Burton goes in for the layup. GW on the attack. Burton with another steal. Great anticipation. Burton goes in and lays it up and in again. Donya Burton, 2 excellent defensive plays and finishes them both with a layup.
Yeah, that was just great, defense by Danya Burton.
Pryor, she'll draw the foul and get to the line. And you know what I was going to say? It's kind of like Beckley giving George Washington some of their own medicine. Beckley had turned the ball over. Danya Burton turned him over twice with the layup. Here she goes in from the right side, and then she went in from the left side. Now as Pryor, here's the other steal. Now she goes in with the left hand and lays it up and in. So a couple of free throws for Pryor. The first free throw is up and in. So Burton will have a seat. Gunner will check in. Pritt will check in. Alana Ellis will have a seat. Pryor made the first one. Second free throw on its way is no good. And Pritt clears the rebound for Beckley. Sider with it now. Passes the ball down low to Gunner, and Gunner can't handle it, and Beckley turns it over. And, I'm guessing, no, we don't keep it, Maddie, but if I'm guessing, I think Beckley's got double digits in turnovers.
I would think so. And I think that was a good look. It was just the pass wasn't there. It was, just too hard.
Beckley's played zone this entire first half. Normally they play man-to-man, but I can say George Washington has struggled from behind the arc. Good ball movement for GW. They find Pryor, and they've done that a couple times. And Beckley's going to have to make adjustment as Pryor able to catch that ball at the head of the zone, Maddie, in a little soft spot and able to score. As we watch the replay, look at this. You can see Pryor just hanging in there. Nice pass, bounce pass, splits the defenders. A little short shot in the lane. Final 10 seconds of the half. Here's Abby Dillon with it. A lot of contact. Ball's out of bounds, and it'll stay with Beckley with 4.2 left in the half. Ball rolled out the door. We got to go find it.
It's out of here.
All right, Zoe Williams will put it in play. Abby Dillon's going to have to put it up on a drive. Tough shot, in and out, no good. The putback won't go, and it wouldn't have counted anyway. It was late. But at the break, George Washington will take a 9-point lead to the locker room. It's GW 29, Beckley 20. We'll take a break, come back with the Massey Power Sports halftime show, and I promise you at halftime I'll get the story in about Josie Cross. And we'll take a break as you're watching live streaming coverage of girls high school basketball here on Video Productions.
Take a ride to the north side and get your big John deal at Mid-State Ford in Summersville. And here's the top 5 reasons to shop Mid-State Ford. You'll find the largest inventory, award-winning service, financing made easy for everyone, highest trade-in value. And the number 1 reason to shop Mid-State Ford is where you'll find your big John deal. Mid-State Ford in Summersville, MidStateFordWV.com.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
With Maddie Belcher, I'm Maris Lowry, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing. Cameron Ball on camera. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by West Virginia Orthopedic and Trauma, Dr. John Tabbitt. Whether you're in a car accident or you have a sports-related injury, Dr. Tabbitt and his staff will get you right back on your feet, located on Woodcrest Drive in Beckley. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by Modley's. Modley's Plumbing and Heating. You never know when you need a plumber until you need a plumber. You can dial Modley's up at 304-253-HELP. Well, we take a look at the first half, and George Washington and Beckley were tied at 5. GW went on a mini 5-0 run to take a 10-5 lead, and they finished the quarter with a 12-7 advantage. GW got the lead up to 10 a couple different times in the second quarter, and that was the biggest lead of the first half. And the lead is 9 right now, 29-20. We're going to take a Massey Power Sports halftime break. When we come back, we're going to go inside the numbers, brought to you by Pepsi with Maddie, and she's busy ciphering them up. It's normally what Eric Thomas does about now, ciphers up, but Maddie doesn't have to take off her shoes to use her toes to count the way Eric does, and we'll have that when we return here on Video Productions.
Take a ride to the north side and get your
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatscity.com.
It's fourth down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but moves! Incredible! A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it!
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Hey, Wes, why'd we settle on skydiving?
Well, it's fall, and we're falling. I thought we could do a commercial about falling prices. Get it?
I guess. Where's your chute?
I knew I forgot something. Later.
During Truck Month, get invoice pricing on all 1,500 Sierras and Yukons, or ask about discounts up to $9,000 with no payments till next year.
Hey, I can see my house.
GMC, we are professional grade.
The path to a rewarding, well-paying career is close to home. Discover what WVU Tech graduates already know. We're a small campus with big opportunities. With hands-on experience in high-demand programs like hospitality, forensic investigations, cybersecurity, engineering, and nursing, you'll be prepared to enter the workforce, solving West Virginia's most important problems. We know that you can change the world, and it starts here at home.
George Washington with a 9-point lead on Beckley, 29-20. They led by 10 a couple different times in the first half, which was their biggest lead. As I mentioned, the lead is 9 now. We're going to go inside the numbers of the first half. Inside the numbers brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Love to have me a blue can of Pepsi. And Maddie, you have the numbers, first of all, for George Washington.
So far for George Washington in the first half, they scored a total of 29 points. Their two top leading scorers at the moment is number 1, Rayana Breckenridge with 12 points and Jariah Pryor with 10 points. And both players have just done a really good job, driving and just making up little twos. And then for Beckley, who scored a total of 20 points in the first half, their top scorers are number 15, Danya Burton with 6 points, number 22, Alana Ellis with 5 points, and 23, Zoe Williams with 7 points.
So 29-20 is the lead at the break. We're going to take another Massey Power Sports halftime break. I promise, Maddie, when I come back, I have a story about Josie Cross that also includes your mom as well, and I'll tell that story on the flip side of this break here on Video Productions.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
The most mouth-watering showdown on television. The Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off. right here at your local Little General store. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Take a ride to the north side and get your Big John deal at Mid-State Ford in Summersville. And here's the top 5 reasons to shop Mid-State Ford. You'll find the largest inventory, award-winning service, financing made easy for everyone, highest trade-in value. And the number 1 reason to shop Mid-State Ford is where you'll find your Big John deal. Mid-State Ford in Summersville, MidStateFordWV.com.
Life doesn't wait, so neither should your care. Whether it's a cough, fever, or stomach bug, Access Plus is here for those urgent moments.
From bumps and bruises to stitches and even x-rays, we've got you covered with extended hours and walk-in care for the whole family.
You do not have to be an Access Health patient to be seen. No appointments, no hassle, just quality care when you need it.
Access Health, where care meets community.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that.
Done. It's that easy with compliance. Compliance. We've got your back office.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. We won't be beat.
It's 4th down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but
Brian moves!
A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
We welcome you back to Beckley, ready for the second half. 9-point lead for George Washington, 29-20. And Maddie, I said I'm going to get this story in, and I am, before we start the second half. And of course, I did radio for Beckley for 31 years before retiring, and then I've been here with video productions for 4 years. So 4 years ago, back even when you were playing, you were a junior in high school, and of course I had already known you and met, your mom and dad. And I remember your mom had told me when I was looking at the roster, and I'm looking through here, and I see this name, Josie Cross, and I'm like, who the heck is Josie Cross? And your mom tells me, I'm telling you, Maris, you're going to love Josie Cross. She's a really good player and even a better person, and your mom was so right, and she has been. And unfortunately, Josie, the team's leading scorer, is out for the season, and we were going to have her on tonight, so we weren't able to have her on tonight, but we will have her in a future game. She's going to have surgery coming up next week, so our thoughts and prayers are with Josie and her family. And I had an opportunity to meet Josie's parents, and, for sure, your mom was spot on when she talked about how I'm going to really like and love Josie Cross, and I have over the last 4 years. And you had an opportunity, to play with her. She was a teammate, and you guys have still remained really good friends.
She's a great person, a great player, and I mean, overall, she's just a delight to be around.
Yes. So your mom was spot on. She was right on top of it.
Mom's always right.
Well, yes. That's what my mom tells me. She's always right. So your mom's always right as well.
Exactly.
Yes. So I hope she's watching. She's not here tonight with her camera, but I hope she's home watching.
I'm sure she is.
Well, she better be, right? There's a 3-ball put up by Pryor. It doesn't go, and Lynch able to run it down. And that's one thing, Beckley down 9, and we talked about it in the first half, Maddie, that GW not, as they get the ball inside Lon Ellis, and she's fouled before she can get the shot up. But George Washington has missed a ton of threes in this game.
Yeah, they've definitely put up a lot of shots, not only a handful of went in. But, like we said in the Wayne game, if they start to go in, Beckley's going to have to start applying more pressure.
So it'll be Burton to put the ball in play. 9-point advantage for George Washington. They led by as many as 10 on a couple occasions in the first half. They get the ball to Lynch right down the lane, off the glass, up and in. Avalon Lynch able to score. Right there, one of the smallest players on the court, Maddie, able to go through the taller players and score.
Those are her first points of the game tonight.
Breckenridge for 3. It's good. And this 10-point advantage equals the largest lead of the game. Here's Abby Dillon back on the move for Beckley. Abby Dillon on the drive. They cut her off, and now Alon Ellis came out maybe to set a ball screen, and Abby Dillon just ran right into her. Burton on the drive, leaves it for Zoe Williams, and a nice finish. Beautiful pass by Burton and a great finish by Zoe Williams.
That was just a great look. And, I mean, Danya, she was, close to the basket. She could have very well kept going and, tried to score that, but she made a great decision by passing it to Zoe.
There's a three, is no good. Ellis comes up with the rebound as Sosabe misses that three. Here's a pass, and Pryor able to get back. Good hustle by her to knock that ball out of bounds. Jeremiah Pryor, team's leading scorer at 25 a game. So Beckley with the possession. Zoe Williams to put it in play. Down low to Alana Ellis. She got bumped, no call. And now there is they call travel, but it looked like that Alana Ellis got bumped when the ball came to her, and Beckley turns it over. So on the turnover, George Washington will have it. George Washington, 8-5, winners of 7 in a row. Long-time coach, good guy, Jamie LeMaster. Here's Pryor, head of the lane. Pryor and Breckenridge are the 1-2 punch for George Washington. Here's Smith with it now. Beckley still back in that zone. Maddie looked like pushing GW a little further out. Pryor nowhere to go. Here's a shot in the corner. A three is no good. That three was put up that time by Hostin, and the putback by Sosabe is good, and a timeout on the floor. So we got a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Once again, the lead back to 10 equals the largest lead of the game. George Washington leads with 5:47 remaining in the third here on Video Productions.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With Compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
It's fourth down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but
Brian moves!
A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Allstate. You're in good hands with Allstate. You're in good hands with Lori Richmond as your agent. She's my agent. She takes care of me. She'll take care of you on Market Street in Beckley, 304-252-8646. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by Cracker Barrel. Love me some pig at Cracker Barrel. Whether it is breakfast, lunch, or dinner, love the old country store Cracker Barrel locations in Beckley and Princeton. Out of the timeout, Beckley will have it, Maddie. Once again, George Washington up to a 10-point lead. This equals the largest lead of the game. And here's Beckley with it. George Washington extends the pressure. Lon Ellis drives on the baseline into the lane. They cut her off, finds Zoe Williams. Her shot's blocked. Ball is swatted, and George Washington able to come out of there with it. Pryor on the move. And we got an offensive foul. Good job by Avalon Lynch.
Yeah.
And, we said this in previous games. Avalon Lynch, she's such a quiet type player, but I tell you, she does a lot of things that don't show up in the stats, like taking a charge like that.
She almost reminds me, if you remember, like a Chloe France.
Yes.
Very small,
yes.
Very
tough,
quiet, but grit and tough.
Yeah, hard to forget Chloe France, as good as she was. There's Alana Ellis with a short shot in the hoop. In fact, the last I knew of Chloe France, she was playing at Wise in college at Wise, Virginia. I don't know if she still is.
I'm not quite sure.
Here's a three from the corner is good. The three ball by Soabe. Now the biggest lead of the game is right here. Dillon whips a pass to Zoe Williams. Nice low post, puts a shot up off the glass. It goes, and she's fouled as Zoe Williams, with a tremendous play, will step up to the free throw line and try to polish off a three-point play. Look at this excellent low post position and turn around. Pryor commits the foul. Little kiss off the glass for the hoop and the harm. And Zoe Williams able to polish off a three-point play and get Beckley within 8. But, Maddie, I think if Beckley's going to get back in it, they got to do it on this end of the floor. And now GW starting to heat it up from downtown as Pryor drains a three from the far corner. This equals the largest lead of the game at 11. GW's hit back-to-back threes. Lynch into the lane, off the glass a little strong. Zoe Williams with a nice rebound. The putback doesn't go, but Zoe Williams will draw the foul and get to the line. Good effort and good hustle that time by Zoe Williams in traffic, and she'll draw the foul.
Zoe just does a really good job at fighting for the ball, fighting for the rebound, and putting it back up strong. Even if she doesn't make it, she gets the foul.
So a couple of free throws for Zoe Williams. The first one rattles out on her as Maya Sider will check into the ball game. Donya Burton will have a seat. So everybody, like I mentioned in the first half, everybody that's dressed tonight for Beckley has played here as the second free throw was good. So Zoe Williams able to make one of two. George Washington, though, has basically been able to maintain this 8, 10, 11-point lead throughout. They've led by as many as 11. The lead is 10 now. Beckley's been playing zone all night. George Washington, good ball movement, trying to find somebody open or a crease in that zone. Here's Smith. Pryor dials it up for three. It's too strong. Ball's loose. Picked up by Hostin, up and in. .12-point advantage. Biggest lead of the game here for George Washington, and they get a steal. Here's Pryor. Pryor down the lane, tries to finish, doesn't. Breckenridge with the tip, it won't go. And Zoe Williams clears the rebound. Here's Abby Dillon on the move. Abby Dillon down the lane, puts up the shot, doesn't go, but Abby Dillon will draw the foul and get to the line. You watch the replay, Maddie, and you see Abby Dillon's smart play right down the center of the lane. She couldn't get the hoop, but she does draw the foul and will get to the line to shoot two. First free throw by Abby Dillon doesn't go, as Donya Burton will check back into the ball game, and Lynch will have a seat. Second free throw for Abby Dillon is good. She makes one of two. Here's Breckenridge on the drive, whips a pass down low. Back out to Smith. Smith, little short shot, doesn't go. Alana Ellis with the rebound for Beckley, and Breckenridge almost got the steal. That was great hands by Breckenridge, Maddie, able to get in there and almost get that steal.
Yeah, that was just great hustle. And, great awareness to know where the ball was going.
So George Washington will extend the pressure. And here's Sider with it. The double teamer, and good idea to find Abby Dillon. To Burton, into the lane, off the glass, a little strong. Battle for the loose ball, and Smith comes out of there with it for George Washington. And Burton almost with the steal. Pryor shaking and baking. Into the lane, little floater is good. And, Jariah Pryor, you can see, Maddie, why she scores 25 a game as there's a timeout on the floor. Biggest lead of the game right here at 13. With 2:50 remaining in the third, a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Be right back on Video Productions.
I'm Leanna Burnett with Window World of Beckley. Are you dealing with those cold winter drafts through your windows? Is it causing your energy bills to rise? If you answered yes, Window World can help. Instead of dealing with those old drafty windows another year, call Window World of Beckley today. Yes, we work all year. Our windows are Energy Star efficient and designed to resist extreme weather. Make the smart investment with our no interest for 15 months. Call Window World of Beckley today.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. We won't be beat.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Exit Elevation Realty. Luke Richmond, the broker. You can dial him up at 304-256-0101. You can check him out at wvexitelevation.com. Also, the game tonight brought to you by Infinity Colt Company. They offer no premium, no deductible health insurance with dental vision coverage. They also offer company-paid life insurance, prescription drug coverage, and a company-matching 401k plan. Also, the game brought to you by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. They have Sweetheart Futuristic Bowling on Saturday, February the 8th, 10 o'clock to midnight, $17 a person, $32 a couple. For more information, you can call Leisure Lanes at 304-253-7328. Well, Maddie, Beckley now staring their biggest deficit of the night, down 13, 2:50 left in the third, and we'll see what Beckley will cook up out of that timeout.
I think definitely, Beckley needs to, settle down in their transition to offense. They're getting a lot of good drives and they're getting a lot of fouls, but at the same time, I think they need to settle, bring it back out, set up a play, and run from there.
So let's see what Beckley will dial up, as I said, out of the timeout to get the ball to Zoe Williams into the lane. Got a good look. She couldn't knock it down. And here's Pryor on the move. Pryor gets the ball, trying to get the ball to Breckenridge, and let's see, looks like Beckley touched it last. It'll stay with George Washington. So GW will maintain the possession. This is the largest lead of the game right here at 13. Smith into the corner, on the drive, into the lane. Little floater, needs a roll, doesn't go. Alon Ellis clears the rebound for Beckley. Here's Burton with it. Coach Neighbors looks like he's calling out a play here, Maddie. Here is Abby Dillon off the screen.
Looks like a drag.
Here's Smith all over Sider here right in front of us. And Beckley throws it away. Pryor on the move. Breckenridge, open three, on its way, a little strong. And Ellis clears the rebound for Beckley. Alon Ellis doing what she does.
That's just something she does so well.
Yes, she does. Here's Zoe Williams. Ball's knocked free, picked back up by Zoe Williams. It won't go. Battle for the rebound. Zoe Williams picks it back up. Still won't go at point blank. Zoe Williams had 2 point blank looks and couldn't get it to go. And Burton able to clear the rebound for Beckley. Zoe Williams, third time a charm, a lot of contact. Counted if it goes in. She'll get to the line to try to polish off a 3-point play. That was a heck of a play by Zoe Williams after she had 2 point blank looks that wouldn't go. That was the hardest of the 3 shots sure.
That was just a good look because honestly I thought once she caught it she'd turn around and pop a shot.
Yeah.
But she was smart enough to try to drive it and get the foul.
Got the foul and got the ball up on the glass, and she polishes off a 3-point play and gets Beckley now within 10. And there's Pryor in the far corner, back to Smith. Smith, a deep three, good, right down the chute. And the lead back to 13 for George Washington, equaling the largest lead of the game. And Beckley turns it over. Pryor into the lane, little floater's good. Biggest lead of the game right here at 15. But that's been a problem in this game and other games we've seen as Beckley turns it over again. Breckenridge can't finish. Battle for the rebound. Burton comes out of there with it. Ball's loose. And let's see. We've got a timeout as Beckley turns it over again, Maddie, and that's just been a big problem tonight. Beckley with turnovers. And let's see if we got a full or a 30. And it's a 30-second timeout, so we will keep it here and tell you that tonight's game is brought to you in part by West Virginia Orthopedic and Trauma, Dr. John Tabbitt. Whether you're in a car accident or you have a sports-related injury, Dr. Tabbitt and his staff will get you right back on your feet. Also, the broadcast tonight brought to you by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. You never know when you need a plumber. Until you need a plumber, you can dial up Modley's at 304-253-HELP. Well, Maddie, I think right here, Beckley's on the ropes. Down 15 with 47.9 seconds left in the third. And I think they've got to have a real strong finish here in this next 47.9 of this quarter.
Yeah, you're totally right. I think if they want to try to cut this lead that George Washington has, they're definitely going to have to, like we've been saying, clean it up with the turnovers, get the ball down the floor with strong passes, strong ball handling, and just apply more pressure, to the outside three with George Washington.
Pryor gets free, gets the hoop, and draws the foul. And right out of the timeout, that was a well-executed play by George Washington. Pryor was able to get behind the defense and a nice entry pass as we watched the replay and got behind Burton. And then, one, Burton lets Pryor get behind her, and two, fouled her. And after she made the basket, Pryor cannot complete the three-point play. It doesn't matter, there was a lane violation, but now the biggest lead of the game right here at 51-34. It was 12-7 GW at the end of the quarter, 29-20 at the end of 3, and they've taken that 9-point lead and they've opened it up, outscoring Beckley to this point by 8 in this quarter to open up a 17-point lead. Alon Ellis had a look. She didn't want to take it down low. Zoe Williams up the glass, up and in. Nice play by Zoe Williams. And Maddie, you can see why Zoe Williams, without Josie Cross, has been the team's leading scorer.
She's just a very polished player, and I think she has, like, a really high basketball IQ.
So George Washington will hold it for the final shot of the third. Breckenridge on a dribble. The final 10 seconds of quarter number 3. Pryor shaking and baking, step back 3, doesn't go. Ellis with the rebound. Final 3 seconds, Abby Dillon will let it go. And it hits off the top of the glass, and that's the end of the third quarter. At the end of 3, it's a 15-point advantage for George Washington. They lead Beckley 51-36. Back with the fourth quarter after this on Video Productions.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
It's 4th down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but moves! Incredible! A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it!
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our new Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Headed to the fourth quarter here in Beckley with Maddie Belcher. I'm Maris Lowry, the heavy hitter. Mr. Nick Eskins doing a great job, as always, producing and directing. Camera ball on camera. A 15-point advantage for George Washington as we start the fourth quarter. Tomorrow night, Eric Thomas will join me. We'll be at the Raleigh County Convention Center for a boys matchup. And Maddie, really looking forward to that. Ought to be a great game. Beckley coming off a big win, putting up 91 points on the boys' side last night. The first time 90 or more points put up by Beckley's boys team since 2019, and they'll take on South Charleston. We'll have that for you tomorrow here on Video Productions. All right, going to the fourth quarter, here's a steal, and George Washington gets a turnover right off the bat, and Breckenridge able to score. 17-point lead equals the largest lead of the game. George Washington's been very good defensively. Beckley is probably close to 20 turnovers. They whip the ball inside. Gunner off the glass. It won't go. Battle for the rebound. What do we got? We got a held ball or foul. What do we have? I think it's going to be a Beckley foul on Sider. And it will go as a Beckley foul. So this 17-point advantage equals the largest lead of the ball game. And there's a steal by Donya Burton. Burton finds Abby Dillon, the trailer. Zoe Williams, 3 balls straight ahead. Got it. Right down the shoot by Zoe Williams. And, you know, Maddie, Beckley's going to have to get turnover. Going to have to get stopped so they're going to get back in the game.
Exactly.
Minute into the fourth quarter. 14-point advantage. Here's Breckenridge. Handled actually was really a bad pass behind her. It was hard for Breckenridge to try to really get both hands on that.
Right.
Here's Pryor out high. Trying to go around Burton. Now cuts in, draws the foul. Is Gunner a little late? That'll be a Beckley foul. Watch the replay there. So that's will be the first foul of the fourth quarter. Actually, the second foul of the fourth quarter. I beg your pardon. And it's a common foul. George Washington will inbound the ball under their own basket. Get the ball to Pryor. She puts up the shot, and she'll draw the foul from behind by Burton, and Pryor will get to the line to shoot 2. Jeremiah Pryor, 5'6" sophomore, averaging 25 a game. She's very smooth, very silky player. First free throw on its way is no good. But she's not close to that 25-point average, is she? She's probably in double figures.
Not tonight, no.
Yeah, what does she
well,
have?
she's in double figures. She has right now 15.
15?
15.
She missed the front end of the two-shot opportunity as Alana Ellis checks back into the game from Beckley. Second free throw is good. So that's 16 for Pryor. And the lead back to 15. And Beckley throws it away. And I'm sure that's the frustrating part as GW turns it over. But, Maddie, I would think that is the frustrating part for Beckley, as Beckley wants a timeout with all the turnovers that they've had. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. So why it's a 30-second timeout, we'll tell you that tonight's game is brought to you in part by Allstate. You're in good hands with Allstate, and you're in good hands with Lori Richmond as your agent. Lori Richmond located on Market Drive in Beckley. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by Cracker Barrel. Love me some Cracker Barrel. I think that's where I'll have my pregame meal tomorrow. The Old Country Store, Cracker Barrel. Whether it's a breakfast, a lunch, or dinner, you can always count on Cracker Barrel. With Maddie Belcher, I'm Maris Lowry. The heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing. Cameron Ball on camera. And with 6:25 left here in the fourth quarter, it's a 15-point lead for GW. They've led by as many as 17.
Well, Maris, I'm going to have to ask you to forgive me. I told you the wrong score. Pryor actually has, including that last foul shot, she has 22 points now.
22 points. Beg your pardon. Don't want to shortchange you,
Don't want to short her credit.
Right. So she's averaging 25. And, you know, Maddie, I wouldn't have thought that. But she gets it in such a, maybe not a flashy way, just a very smooth way, very, as you have touched on, a very polished player. So here's Beckley on the attack, 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. Biggest lead has been 17, it's 15 now. They get the ball down low to Zoe Williams. Tough shot. She's able to score and draw the foul. No, what do they say? No basket. They call her, she's out of bounds. We watch the replay. Let's watch her. Did she go out of bounds? Didn't look like out of bounds. I'm not sure what they called, but they disallow the basket. Maybe not out of bounds. Maybe a travel. I didn't see out of bounds nor a travel, but nevertheless, it's a Beckley turnover. Breckenridge for three. It's too strong. And Alana Ellis with the Beckley rebound. So here's Beckley on the attack. Abby Dillon down the lane, tacks the basket, lays it up. It doesn't go, but she does draw the foul. And Abby Dillon will get to the free throw line to shoot two. We watch the replay here. So 2 shots coming for Abby Dillon. Once again, tomorrow night, we'll have coverage of Beckley boys basketball from the Raleigh County Convention Center. Eric Thomas will join me as Abby Dillon makes the first of 2. And we want to congratulate Abby's brother, Kobe Dillon, as he has set a 3-point record. He's got the most 3-point shots made in Beckley basketball history as Abby makes both of the free throws. And I'm sure Abby will tell you she's the one that taught Kobe how to shoot, Maddie. What do you think about that?
Hey, it could be true.
It could be, but I'm sure Kobe would say it isn't, even if it was, right? Just like I know you have an older brother.
Oh,
is he going to take credit?
Brothers don't like to admit stuff like that.
Just like would your older brother say that he taught you how to make those threes that you made from the corner back in your playing days? No, he would not admit that,
no.
Even if it were true. But somehow I don't believe that is true, right? That is not true that he showed you that,
no.
Did he? I wouldn't think so. First free throw is good. Madison Soabe. Second free throw is good. She got them both. And a steal. Breckenridge in traffic. Doesn't get it to go. And what do we got? We got a jump ball, and the possession will keep it with George Washington as Pritt will check into the ball game for Beckley. So Gunner will have a seat. Pritt into the ball game. Biggest lead of the night has been 17. It's 15 right now. Pryor gets free, lays it up and in. She's got 24 on the night, 1 shy of her average. And that was too easy, Maddie.
Yeah, that was
wide open look. Yeah. When Coach Neighbors, when he looks at the film or when he watches the replay, which I'm sure he does the video productions, he will see, Marison, Maddie's right. That is way too easy as Abby Dillon will draw the foul going to the basket. But you cannot give up that layup like that out of the inbounds play. So Abby Dillon will get to the line and shoot a pairs. We watch the replay here. Good little dribble drive penetration by Abby Dillon. First free throw is good. Second free throw, got them both. There comes a time, Maddie, where you can't just keep trading hoops, especially when you're down as much as Beckley is at 15. And Abby Dillon's down. Is she okay? I believe she is. As Alana Ellis able to get the rebound on the missed shot. Shaking up a little bit, but I think she'll be okay. She has it now. Alana Ellis in the low post. They double team her and trying to get the ball back to Abby Dillon, and the ball's thrown away. Just been tough, frustrating night for Beckley here tonight. Give George Washington all the credit. George Washington's played really good defense, and they've forced Beckley into tons of turnovers tonight. And Pryor averaging 25 with the ball now. She's got 24 for the game. She goes down the lane, and she'll lose the ball and turn it over. I think she might know that she needs one more field goal to get to her average.
I think she might have that in the back of her head.
So Beckley to inbound the ball. They double team Zoe Williams in the backcourt. She's in trouble. They get the ball up front. Pritt a three. It's an air ball. Zoe Williams not able to hang on. And Donya Burton checks back into the Beckley lineup. So Beckley on the verge, Maddie, of losing their second straight game as Shiloh Mack will check in. George Washington on the verge of winning 8 straight. George Washington playing as good as anybody right now on the girls' side.
Yeah, I think this will be a tough, loss for Beckley. But I think on the flip side, this really gives them, an eye-opener of what they need to prepare for when, regionals come and seeing what they'll be facing.
Here's a backdoor cut, and there's the layup. There's the 26-point by Pryor as we're halfway through the fourth quarter. And this equals the largest lead of the game at 17. Burton back the other way off the glass, too strong. Battle for the loose ball. And George Washington's Breckenridge comes up with it. The ball is out of bounds, and it's a turnover. It will go to Beckley. Breckenridge thought she was fouled. And what do we got? We got a timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with them. 3:42 left in the game. 17-point advantage for George Washington. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With Compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
It's fourth down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but
Brian moves!
incredible. A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The final 3:42 of this one, as Beckley will have the ball out of the timeout. This 17-point lead by George Washington equals the biggest lead of the ball game. GW led 12-7 at the end of the quarter, 29-20 at the break, 51-36 at the end of 3. And here's Sider will dial up a 3. That's too strong. Long rebound comes out to George Washington. Here's Pryor on the move. She'll take it all the way coast to coast, lay it up and in. Biggest lead of the game right here. And that's what, 28 for Pryor?
That is, 28.
So she's 3 points over her average. Here's Zoe Williams down the lane, and the ball is knocked loose, and let's see, it will stay with Beckley.
Yeah, that was a great take by Pryor.
So Beckley coming off that big loss Saturday night to St. Albans. going to suffer another loss here at home and going to have to regroup. They've got a tough trip Saturday. They got to go to Wayne, does Beckley. For George Washington, they will get Parkersburg. Parkersburg. They'll get Parkersburg in a couple of days on Friday. Back the other way. Pryor all the way to the basket, lays it up and in. They'll call it an offensive foul. I think they'll disallow the basket. Watch the replay here. Off the glass, and they do disallow the basket. And looks like we'll have a timeout on the floor. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take it with them. 62-43, the lead for George Washington. Final 2:47 of the game here on Video Productions.
I'm Leanna Burnett with Window World of Beckley. Are you dealing with those cold winter drafts through your windows? Is it causing your energy bills to rise? If you answered yes, Window World can help. Instead of dealing with those old drafty windows another year, call Window World of Beckley today. Yes, we work all year. Our windows are Energy Star efficient and designed to resist extreme weather. Make the smart investment with our no interest for 15 months. Call Window World of Beckley today.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. We won't be beat.
Nick Eskins is always doing a great job producing and directing tonight's game. Cameron Ball on camera. And I'm assisted tonight by the one and only Maddie Belcher. No Eric Thomas tonight. And, you know, somebody told me earlier when they didn't say Eric, they said, this is the best that Eric has ever looked. I said, Eric only wish he could look half as good as you, Maddie. How about that?
We miss him. We miss him tonight.
Yes, we'll see him tomorrow. And hopefully if you get a chance, you can come to the boys' game tomorrow and say hi to us if you happen to be available to come to the game tomorrow.
Yeah, that's going to be a great game tomorrow evening.
Hope we'll see your mom with her camera there tomorrow, hopefully. We're ready to go. The final 2:47 left of this one. Biggest lead of the game right here at 62-43. George Washington's looked really good, and GW getting ready to win their 8th in a row. Beckley's got some things to figure out moving forward. One thing, Maddie, I think you would agree, and I think Coach Neighbors would agree, taking care of the basketball has got to be one of the things. As soon as I say that, they turn it over again.
Yeah, you're totally right, Maris. I think just, you know, being better with passes and being better with handling the ball would really help Beckley.
Yeah, Brackenridge's three a little too strong there, coming up on the final 2 minutes of this one. We'll have a quick wrap-up in our Pioneer Community Bank post-game show. And we've got held ball in the arrow. We'll keep it with Beckley. Shiloh Mack ready to check into the Beckley lineup. So Beckley will inbound the ball on the baseline. They get the ball to Gunner. Little turnaround, and she left it short. Battle for the loose ball, and Burton had it, and she fell down, and that's a turnover. You know, we don't keep turnovers, but if I think a fair guess, Maddie, I would say at least 25 turnovers tonight.
Yeah, I think you're about right. I think Beckley just gets a little too, you know, fast in their head, and I think they just need to settle down, run a play, and it'll work itself out.
So we're under 2 minutes for this one. Smith will dial it up for three. That's a little strong. And the loose ball, and GW has it with Pryor. So GW going to go 9-5, win their 8th game in a row. And, you know, that's resilience too, Maddie. When you look at this George Washington team, they were 1-5, and they easily could have, their team could have, the rails could have come off the tracks right there at 1-5, and they were able to keep it together. And now on the verge of 8 wins in a row to go to 9-5.
Yeah, you're totally right. I mean, like we always say, games are practice for the tournament at the end of the season.
As Burton able to get a steal and lay it in. You can go ahead and finish that thought.
And I just think, each game, you don't count anything out. Each game is a learning experience. And like you said, in George Washington's case, they started out, with a not-so-good record, and now they're doing great halfway through the season.
Yeah. You look up and you're 1-5, and you're like, wow, we thought through 6 games we'd be a little better than this. And then they were able to, right the ship And now, like I said, they're playing as good as anybody right now.
Right.
Here's Breckenridge. Breckenridge and Pryor, a 1-2 punch. Now just running clock under a minute. Like I said, we'll have a quick wrap-up show in the Pioneer Community Bank post-game show. Smith into the lane. The shot won't go. Gunner with the rebound for Beckley. Final 40 seconds. Zoe Williams, a little short shot right of the lane. Heartbreak in and out. It's out of bounds. It'll stay with Beckley with 31.2 left in the game. So for Beckley, they will get, before they get Wayne on Saturday, they will get Bluefield, which is tomorrow. So is Mack able to score? And you know, Maddie, if you're Beckley after coming off a loss, that's probably what you want. You probably don't want to wait around. They'll have to turn around and play again tomorrow on the road at Bluefield.
Yeah, and that's kind of tough, too, because, I mean, like we said, there's some things that Beckley needs to work on, and it's kind of hard because you don't have any practices in between your games to work on those. But I think that just makes, shoot-around time, more valuable.
Little film study as George Washington will dribble out the clock, and there you go. The final score, George Washington beats Beckley tonight, 62-47. George Washington has now won 8 in a row. They're 9-5 on the year. Beckley drops their second straight game, and they'll fall to 7-5. We'll take a quick break, come back, and we'll close this one out at the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show when we return here on Video Productions.
Folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Take a ride to the north side and get your Big John deal at Mid-State Ford in Summersville. And here's the top 5 reasons to shop Mid-State Ford. You'll find the largest inventory, award-winning service, financing made easy for everyone, highest trade-in value, and the number 1 reason to shop Mid-State Ford is where you'll find your Big John deal. Mid-State Ford in Summersville, MidStateFordWV.com.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
It's 4th down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but
Brian moves!
A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
And we welcome you back to the Pioneer Community Bank post-game show. Final score, George Washington, they defeat Beckley 62-47. George Washington has now won 8 in a row. They go to 9-5. Beckley will have lost 2 games in a row now. They will fall to 7-5. Beckley had 1 lead in this game. They led 1-0, and then after that, it was all George Washington. George Washington led 12-7 at the end of the first quarter. They led 29-20 at the break. They opened the lead to 15 at 51-36 at the end of 3, and that's what they win the game by is 15, 62-47. George Washington did lead by as many as 19, but as I mentioned, it ended up a 15-point win for George Washington, 62-47. We're going to go inside the numbers of this game, and inside the numbers are brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Love to have me an ice-cold Pepsi right about now. And for those numbers, here's Maddie.
So first off for George Washington, they had players that scores of 17 from Brianna Breckenridge, and 9 points of that 17 came from threes. Jariah Pryor had 26 points. Sia Smith had 3. Leah Austin had 5. And Madison Sotheby had 7. On Beckley's side, we have Avalon Lynch with 2 points. Danya Burton with 8. Shiloh Mack with